Because his Bullet Club companion, Cody Rhodes, said that he would like a classic wrestling manager. So we're going to do a little bit of fantasy booking on this one. If you were to pair Cody Rhodes with a classic wrestling manager, any time, any period, dead or alive, who would it be? Who would you pair with Cody Rhodes as his manager right now during this run of his career?
When you put that in the rundown, I stared at it for like 5 minutes because I'm like, why does he want one? Like, I thought the whole purpose of Cody being inserted was like, he's like our John Cena now. Mm-hmm. So it's like, when did John Cena ever need a manager? Did he have some buddies? Yeah, I guess, but I kind of like him on his own. And he's good at talking. Usually, like, you want a manager because like they feel like they're a star, they look like a star, they perform like a star. They just need something else to get them over, like to make that full-on connection. I don't think it's necessary. But if they did, I guess want someone that's aggressive, very aggressive. Part of me is like, does he need like maybe a woman? Nah, he doesn't need a woman. I feel like it'd be funny to watch him have someone that's controversial. Like him with Cornette for some reason.
That would be hilarious.
Would actually work because of the opposing dynamics. Cody is so calm and soft. That's my only ick about him. Anytime I try to present Cody to like an older person like my dad, he's a huge Rock and Stone Cold guy. Like he watched Cody for 5 minutes with The Rock and he just kept calling him soft the entire time. He slandered him so much for crying over his kid.
Right.
He's like, that's not a man. I'm like,
it's like, oh, damn. Thanks. Thanks.
I'm like, it's his daughter. He's just like, so why is he crying like a weak ass punk? And I'm like,
God,
yeah. So I was like, maybe he could use someone that's a little aggressive.
Right.
You know, because I don't think Cody is soft. That's because I'm used to Cody. I adore Cody. But I'm like, you know what? Like, if that's what an older head is thinking about Cody and they can't seem to respect him, like, maybe he could use somebody that's a bit controversial, a bit more aggressive to put Cody over. Then Cody just kind of does the work. But do you have someone else in mind that's not a Paul Heyman? I feel like everyone wants to go to this Paul Heyman.
I was definitely going to say Paul Heyman.
I said that's the easiest answer because he could get anyone over. I
feel like another good option would be Jimmy Hart. I feel like, first of all, I have to say this. I feel like the point of having a manager is to kind of reinforce whatever character you have or to complement it in some way, shape, or form, right?
How do you mute this?
Anytime, huh?
How do you mute this?
I'm weak.
I want to cough.
Go ahead. Do your thing. Do your thing, gangster.
Like, I don't want to be dying on the mic.
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
y'all.
Go ahead.
I'm good.
That wasn't even that bad.
I'm trying to hold it back.
You were like... Your face is turning red. Your face is red now.
Well, no, it's because I'm hot.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I was going to say Jimmy Hart. I feel like anytime you have a good wrestling manager, it's supposed to reinforce who you are as a character, right? Like The Undertaker has Paul Bearer. You have, Jesus, I'm trying to think of like other people. The Undertaker, you have Paul Bearer. At one point, Triple H, you had Stephanie McMahon. At one point, you had...
what about Brandy?
Who the hell told you it was open fight night? I don't want Brandy.
That would be funny though.
I don't
to have
want
your wife managing you. That's really aggressive.
That would actually work. I actually think that would work. I think that
I like it. No, my new answer is Brandy.
I think Brandy. To be honest, Brandy can be the classic wrestling manager, and I feel like it can have like wife undertones, like answering on his behalf.
Right. She'll take her hoops off and call herself a, you know.
Yeah. No, I feel like that could work. I feel like, but it ultimately kind of depends on what Cody wants to be. I feel like if you want someone to just like sing your praises, I feel like a Jimmy Hart would be the guy because he's just the high pitch, the megaphone. He just seems like a shouting type of guy. Like, I feel like if the idea is for someone to be a liaison between you and your affairs, I feel like Brandy would be the ideal choice.
Yeah.
I feel like if it's someone to kind of solidify you, not solidify you, but like reinforce this idea that you're this heavily protected superstar, I feel like that would be Paul Heyman, though. I feel like Paul Heyman, anytime he attaches himself to someone, it is a affirmation of who they are as a superstar, right? Like Roman Reigns was the big dog, right? Roman Reigns was the big dog. Brock Lesnar was the next big thing. And Paul Heyman being next to him solidified him as the next big thing. I feel like Paul Heyman does a really good job at reinforcing and affirming that whoever he's standing next to is the superstar. Because before he was managing people in WWE, at least because he had the Dangerous Alliance, before he was managing people in WWE, he was the creative genius behind ECW. Mm-hmm. So he has this reputation of having an eye for talent and being able to develop them. So it's like, yo, if I'm standing next to so-and-so, you already, like, you know the vibes. Like, you know what he on, you know what I'm on. But I think that the actual good choice is Brandy. I think Brandy could be the classic wrestling manager.
She'd be so entertaining.
Oh, 1,000%.
And she could just reel it back and be a little less offensive. She could be super entertaining.
As long as she don't come out with that, who told you it was open fight night, we in business.
I don't think that was as bad as her just calling herself a black B word. That was the worst.
That was like
it was funny, but oh my girl.
It wasn't meant to be funny though. That was the worst part. But I love Brandy though. So I don't want to throw too much shade on her. But yeah, let us know what y'all think. Who should be Cody's classic wrestling manager? We're gonna move on to some more lighter news because Ruby Soho and Angela